Greetings, beloveds. This is Amy Caryn Johnson, the Earth Channel, here with you today with a message about the energy for the week and a message from Gaia, as well as continuing the series on the channels in human design. So, if you would like to follow along with your chart, I will be sharing a chart for the week, but you can see if you have either of these gates or the channel that I'm going to speak about defined in your chart. You can go to any free chart generator for yourself or anyone you know and just enter their birth information. The one I always mention is humandesignamerica.com/chart. So I waited to make this video until we have now just barely had the north and south nodes of the moon move into the 2034 channel. So you may already notice, as you're listening to this video, the slight shift in energy. This is known as the pure manifesting generator channel, as opposed to the manifesting channels that I have already covered in this series. The manifesting generator channel, rather than connecting the will center, the emotional center, or the root center to the throat, all three of which of those are motor centers as well, it connects the most powerful motor center known as the sacral center, the red square. And of course the throat is the brown triangle. And you can probably see how that's positioned in the area of the throat on this body graph. That being said, it is the north node of the moon that is in gate 20, also known as Rahu in Vedic astrology, and the south node of the moon that is in gate 34, gate 20 being in the throat, gate 34 being in the sacral, the south node of the moon also known as Ketu in Vedic astrology. And I've shared the story of the mythology behind these nodes before with you from Vedic astrology. I'm not going to get too in depth with it this time, but just know that the last solar eclipse that happened over the summer was conjunct Rahu, the north node. And so it was bringing in that energy for the next 6 months, of which we are still going through right now, with energy toward the throat center. And I've certainly noticed it, especially since I put these videos out and I have that connection with this collective that listens to these videos. I've noticed the need to clear my throat more often, and unfortunately sometimes that does have to do with the smoke that's in the air, especially where I am from the various wildfires across the country. But also it has to do with speaking your truth and just understanding what that truth is for you. Maybe it's not necessarily speaking it to anyone in particular, but except for yourself. It could have to do with chanting. It could have to do with affirmations, singing, humming, music, all kinds of stuff like that, related with that theme. And so as we as a collective clear our throat chakras, those of you who are part of my soul family may be working some of that out through me, since I am putting these truths out there. And so I guess I am kind of looking forward to the solar eclipse that is coming. I believe it's in December, toward the end of the year, which will shift our focus a little bit away more from the throat center to the sacral center, just the energy, that most powerful motor center, which responds to stimuli, to questions, either positively or negatively. When it's positive response, then you have that energy to sustain work on something in particular. That's the main theme of that center, especially when it's defined And for the next almost 4 months, we will all, in a way, have it defined. However, K2, the south node, is more so about detachment, mastery and detachment. So, not that we will be completely cut off from that energy, but more recognizing truly when the answer for us is no. We do not have the energy for that. So, sometimes with this channel in general, when it's just defined by any of the heavenly bodies, the theme can be anger, frustration as well, but I've noticed both for sure with just about anyone who has this channel defined. Just because it has so much energy associated with it. And so that energy wants to go somewhere, especially when there's that positive response. And sometimes it can come up against resistance, and that's where sometimes the frustration or anger can come in. But also, it can be frustrating for others to watch people who have this channel defined. And as I said, we're all going to get to sort of experience having this channel defined in the next few months. With the manifesting generator channel in particular, and I can speak to this somewhat from experience, even though I don't have this channel defined, my type in human design is a manifesting generator. And sometimes I have had my split bridged where that energy from my sacral center is connected with my throat directly, as opposed to just my natal chart, where it isn't always. I can definitely say that sometimes when I get that positive response, I need, and I have observed this with others as well, to start going through the motions of whatever that response entails. Start venturing into those waters, start performing some of the actions that would be associated with that work. And sometimes I find that once I've begun those motions, it's no longer something that I want to participate in anymore. I start getting a negative response. My energy goes away for it. And so not only am I conveying this to you so that maybe you can have some understanding and patience with others who have this channel defined for them always, but also with anyone that you see this happening with over the next few months. You may notice people sort of starting and stopping and having a little bit of this push-pull of like, yes, I want to, and then wait, no, maybe not quite that. And so then we make course corrections, slight adjustments, changes, or maybe a complete 180 and take a completely different direction potentially to then try that out and see how that goes and see how we feel, whether that energy then continues in that direction. So I hope that helps you. I'm not going to go over the ways that it will feel for people to have those two centers open this time because, excuse me, clearing the throat. I've gone over that in quite a few previous videos. And as I said, in a way for all of us, we are going to have it defined for all of us for the next few months in this way. So I think that Gaia, as I connect with her, will have perhaps even clearer insight to share with this particular energy. So I'm going to go ahead and connect with her now, and I invite you to join me in taking a few deep breaths and closing your eyes if you'd like to. Hello, this is Gaia. As Amy touched upon, with these energies that are beginning now, and particularly with the south node of the moon, K2, aligning with the 34th gate in the sacral center, pay attention to the ways in which you do and do not have energy for things. And when you truly do not have energy for something, find a way to let it go. Do not worry about missing out, for if it is truly meant to be something for you to partake in, it will come back around at another time when you do have the energy for it and can fully enjoy it. It is okay to start venturing into new waters, a new adventure, and it is also okay to change your mind. Just be aware of when your actions may have an impact upon others. And when that is the case, be sure to inform them before you take action. And give them the opportunity to lessen or avoid the impact if they so wish. Or if they cannot avoid or lessen the impact, and yet they still would not like to be a part of it, see how you can find a way to adjust your approach so that you are not affecting them adversely. That will be something to bear in mind for the next few months, nearly 4 months, as Amy said. And particularly as we come around to the eclipse season again in November and December. As the name of this channel alludes to, when you speak aloud your desires and your appreciation, it does help to manifest, and in this case, even generate new realities for you to enjoy, new feelings for you to experience. New realms for you to live within. This is a beautiful thing. And while you may be under the illusion, especially while these energies are active, that this is all coming from you, please still remember that you can always open yourself to collaboration with others, collaboration with higher realms, dimensions, including Source, God, and even the angelic dimension, the 12th dimension, for assistance. When you insist upon doing something all on your own, sometimes it may be a wonderful result, And other times you may be disappointed with not necessarily the outcome, but how the outcome makes you feel. So when you open yourself up to assistance from these higher realms, from even your higher self, and even through the higher dimensions of Gaia, of me, Mother Earth, I exist already in the fifth dimension, as well as the third and the fourth. You can open up to all of these sources of help through your crown chakra, through your heart chakra, through your root chakra even, and allow those energies to circulate throughout your body, raising the vibration of your physical body, raising the vibration of your aura, which will help to raise the vibration of your manifestations and also help you to feel better about them. So we invite you to do this as often as you would like. Never worry about overburdening us. Deep breath. Let it go. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste, beloveds.